Just give another 1 or 2 minutes till the video becomes live. So once again, very good evening to all of you. Welcome to session 5 of Vedic Max part 2. Alright, so it says I'm live. So let me have a look into the chat box. Alright, okay. So once again, welcome all of you to the 5th session. Good evening, Gaurav. Good evening, Neeraj. So, good evening, Adityan. Hello, all. Welcome back to week 3 of this course on Vedic Max, part 2. Hello, Manvita. So, you have to remind me of your names in the chat box. I have to recall from the first class. So if you have not given the your actual name in the YouTube chat, kindly mention your actual name so that I can learn that. All right. Okay. Hi, Neeraj. So hope everyone can see the screen properly. So if you cannot see the screens properly, kindly go to the YouTube settings and just change the quality of the video to the maximum or whatever your bandwidth supports. All right. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Gaurav. Thank you, Neeraj. Kindly wait for another 2-3 minutes till we have all the participants and all the students joining in. In the meantime, let me just explain to you what today's lecture is all about. So today is about number patterns, which is going to be somewhere linked to what we learned in the previous class, where we learned about how to do multiplications close to the base of 100. Today we are going to see a little bit more adventures on doing multiplication, but this time not with the base 100, but with any general kind of base. So today I'm going to pick up the theme of Mathily's Wonderland. So it is a mathematical wonderland, just like you have Alice in Wonderland. So we are going to go to Mathily's Wonderland today. All right. So I can see a message from Manoj that he has submitted the project. Yes, I have seen it. We'll discuss the project only tomorrow. So till tomorrow, all students can submit the assignment, which is assignment project number 2. Yeah. Good evening, Hansika. All right. We'll wait for another 2 more minutes till we have some more participants, and let us allow all those who have joined to just settle down. So you can kindly have a book and a pen near to you. So if you want to jot down something, you can do that. Okay, so Neeraj is asking whether I can explain the second project. Yes, so I'll do that. So just give me a minute till I take the second project. It should be here. So project number 2, I'll just flash the questions. You can have a detailed view of the question later after the class. I'll post the link to the Google form which has the questions in it. So it has 3 questions, 2 of them are compulsory and 1 of them is a creative exercise, which is an optional thing. So the first question is something that is very direct, what we learned in the class only. The second question is taken from the cosmology part. It's you don't have to know anything about the stars or the position of moon. Everything that you require in the quest to solve the problem is being given here in the screen. So that is the second question. Now the third question is a creative exercise. The creative exercise is you have to make an art from this Vedic square. So this is the square. You can pick any of the rows from this Vedic square and you will have to draw a pattern like that we have drawn in the right hand side. All right. So we'll be posting the link to the Google form maybe at the end of the class. You can also check the description box of this video. It will be available there. All right. Oh, okay. Adityan is saying the link is closed. So Adityan, you might have clicked on the wrong link. Only the link to project number 1 has been closed. Project number 2 is still ongoing. So you can just check. You can just check that after today's class. All right. Okay, so Gaurav is asking, I am new to what is the assignment? Yeah, Gaurav, you can just refer to the link, and in that every details are given very clearly. Okay, kindly go through the link to the project. You will understand what you have to do. All right, so it's already 7:05. So I'll just begin. So let us go into the Mathlese Wonderland today and see what we can learn more about multiplication by numbers which you don't even imagine to multiply when you learned the traditional way. So before I start, here is this project submission link. This will also be appearing at the end of the lecture. I'll just flash the link at the end of the lecture as well. So let us begin with the story of Alice in Wonderland. I hope everyone might have read the story or at least might have heard about the title of the story. Now, this is a short episode in the story where Alice comes and meets the caterpillar. So the caterpillar is sitting on a mushroom and it's smoking the hookah. So Alice has a height which is smaller than the mushroom, in fact almost the same height as a mushroom. And let us hear what is the conversation that is going on between Alice and the caterpillar. So before this episode, what happened was that Alice went to the rabbit's house and she drank a bottle that contained some liquid, and her size began to expand. It became very large, and her head fitted into a house. Her legs came out of the chimney pipe, and her arm was coming out of the window. Suddenly, what the neighbors did was that they threw small pieces of cake to Alice, and when Alice took these cakes, her size began to shrink, and at the end, she had only 7 centimeters. So what she is saying is, I don't stay the same size in this wonderland for more than 10 minutes. So the caterpillar says, what size do you want to be? So Alice said, oh, I don't mind the height, a little bit taller than what I am like now. So she is just 7 centimeters, which is a terrible height. So what does this caterpillar give as a solution? The caterpillar said, you can eat this mushroom, and if you take the mushroom from one side, your height will grow, while if you take from the other side, you will become shorter. So you can pick up whichever side you want and become taller or shorter. Now today we want to help Alice to come back to the original height so that she is comfortable in the Wonderland. So let us teach Alice a little bit of Vedic maths to help her grow to the original size. Is that fine? Are you all ready to help? If you are ready, kindly put a thumbs up in the chat box. All right. So yeah, so I can see a lot of thumbs up coming in. So let's start with a few reviews. So before that, I can see a few students have asked to post the link in the Google form in the chat box. Yes, that will appear at the end of the lecture. So you can just check at the link at the end. So let us proceed with a small recap. Last time, what we did was multiplication near the base of 100, which means I can do multiplication of numbers like 98 multiplied by 88. And we said that we had to write some numbers in the blue and the red boxes in order to do this multiplication. So some of the students might recall. So what comes in this box, in the blue box? It should be 2. Why? I'll write 2 as 0, 2. Because if I add 98 with 2, then I'll get 100. What is the number that I have to add with 88 to get 100? It's so easy. You can use the sutra that we learned, all from 9s and last from 10. So this is the sutra that we learned in the last class, and you can apply here. 9 minus 8, all the digits except the units place you subtract from 9. So this first 8 is in the tens place, so you do 9 minus 8, the answer is 1. In the units place you have to do 10 minus 8. What is 10 minus 8? It is 2. The same method you could have applied for 98. 9 minus 9, 9 is in the tens place, so that is 0, and 10 minus 8, because that is a units place, so the answer is 2. Now the next step that you have to do is what is called as cross addition. So if the number is less than 100, both the numbers here are less than 100, so you have to put a negative sign before that, and after putting the negative sign you can do what is called as cross addition. You take the number in the blue box and add with 88 with the negative sign. So it should be 88 minus 2. What is 88 minus 2? 86. So 86 will be the first two digits. The last two digits is just obtained by multiplying the 2. That is the third number. Multiply the residuals. So here the residuals are 2 and 12. So if you just multiply that, the answer is 24. So the answer to 98 times 88 is 8624. All right. Oh, so I can see a new guest in our room. I don't know how to pronounce your name. It is RM minor. I don't know. You can maybe correct me with your actual name. Okay. So Okay, Gaurav is saying that I have never heard about cross addition. So maybe Gaurav is in the Wonderland today. So that's why new wonderful things appear. So let me just do one more problem, and then I'll check with you once again whether you have understood or not. Yes, hi Riyansh. So we are in the fifth lecture now. So kindly listen to this lecture. We are just revising the things that we learned in one of the previous classes. So kindly listen carefully, and if you have doubts, we can take that. So I'm going to take this second example, and I'm going to repeat all the steps so that you will understand it more clearly. Now 89 multiplied by 89, you have to do. The first 89 is a blue number. I have colored it in blue, and there is a blue box in the side. The second 89 is a red number, and there is a red box in the side. Now you have to tell me by what number I have to add 89 so that I get the answer as 100. 89 plus which number will give you 100? If you know the answer, you can put that in the chat box. Let's wait approximately 10 seconds for the students to sync up on the answer. So what is the number that you have to add with 89 to get 100? Yes, Shashidhar says it is 11. The answer is indeed 11. So I will put in the blue box the number 11 because 89 plus 11 is going to be 100. The number in the red box is also going to be the same because it's the same number 89. So to find the number 11, you could have applied this particular formula. In Vedic mathematics, we call formula as a sutra. So the sutra says all from 9s and last from 10. So what is the meaning of that? You should subtract every digit of the number 89 from 9 except for the last number or the units place digit. So this 8 appears in the tens place. So you have to subtract 8 from 9. So you have to do 9 minus 8. The answer is 1. The position of 9 is in the units place. So what you have to do is you have to subtract 9 from 10. So 10 minus 9 is 1. That is how you get the number 11. Is that all right with everyone? Is that clear? Now after you write 11, you should notice that 89 is less than 100 by minus 11. You have to come back from 100. So that is why you have to put a negative sign. So we have finished the first step, all from 9s and last from 10. After that, we just put negative sign, noting that these numbers are less than 100. The second step that you have to do is cross addition. You can add the number minus 11 to 89, or you can add this red box number to the blue number. So 89 plus minus 11. I'll write it here. What you are doing is 89 plus minus 11, which is the same as writing 89 minus 11. How do you do this subtraction? You do 89 minus 10, which is 79, and you subtract one more, which is 78. So the first two digits are going to be 7 and 8, or 78. How do I find the last two digits? That is by the third step, which is multiplying the residuals. We had learned about this magic number 11. So if I want to do 11 multiplied by 11, what I will do is take the two digits of 11 and place it with a gap in the center, and you add the two digits and write that in the middle. So 1 plus 1 is 2. So the answer should be 121. Now note that 121 is a 3-digit number, but the base that we have considered is 100, which has only 2 zeros in it. So this is what is called as a base number 100. It has only 2 zeros. So what you should do is you should write 121 in the following manner. Write 1, 2, and this last one, which is in the hundreds place, should be a carry. So this will go as carry to 8. So the final answer should be 7921. Yes, I think Adityan recalls how to do this because I can see the answer being written in the chat box. So let me just go back and explain 98 times 88 once again. The same 3 steps apply. In the first step, what you have to do is all from 9s, last from 10. So 9 minus 9 is 0, that is why the 0 is here. 10 minus 8, 2, that is why 2 is here. That is the number that I write in the blue box. In the red box, 9 minus 8 is 1, 10 minus 8 is 2. So we have finished the first step, which is all from 9s and last from 10. And we get the numbers 0, 2 and 1, 2 in the blue and red box respectively. Next, what we have to do is notice that the number 98 and 88 are less than 100. So you have to put a negative sign. So 100 minus 2 is going to give you 98. 100 minus 12 is going to give you 88. Once you have put the negative sign, you go and apply the second step, which is cross addition. Cross addition is very simple. Look at the number in the blue box, add that to the red number, or you can look at the number in the red box, add that to the blue number. Both the answers are going to be the same. So you can do 88 minus 2. 88 minus 2 is 86. Or you can do 98 minus 12. How do you do 98 minus 12? Do 98 minus 10, which is 88. Then do 88 minus 2, which is 86. So once you do the cross addition, you will get the first 2 digits to the answer, which is 86. Now the last 2 digits you can find just by multiplying the residuals. What are the residuals? Those are the numbers in the red and the blue boxes. So you multiply 2 with 12, you get the answer as 24. So the answer to 98 times 88 is 8624. So I'm going to give you one more exercise problem to solve 78 multiplied by 99. 78 multiplied by 99. I'll give you exactly 30 seconds. Your time starts now. In the meantime, I will just erase this so that I'll make some space for writing the answer. Okay, so almost 10 seconds are over. If you get the answer, put that in the chat box. Okay, so I think Gaurav is quite fast. He is having a fastest fingers. Come on, Adityan, what about others? Okay, I think Gaurav had posted the answer to the previous question. Okay. All right, what about Shashidhar? What about Neeraj? What about Manvita? What about who is the new person who has come? Mina, RM, Mina, Riyash. Sorry, Riyash. Yeah, Robocop. So I can see 3 answers. So let me just try to give you the solution now. Okay, so what is the number I have to write in the blue box? Which number on adding to 78 is going to be giving 100? You can apply all from 9s and last from 10. So do 9 minus 7, which is 2. Do 10 minus 8. Sorry, 10 minus 8 is also 2. So the number is 22. I'll put a negative sign because it is less than 100. 99 is very direct. You know it is less than 100 by 1. So I'll put 0, 1 with a negative sign. Now the next step is to do cross addition. You can do 78 minus 1 or 99 minus 22. Both are going to give the same answer, which is 77. And the last two digits you can find by multiplying the residuals, which is 22 multiplied by 1. 22 multiplied by 1 is 22. So the answer is 7722. So hope all of you understood what is this method of multiplication close to the base 100. It's very easy to remember because there are only 3 steps. If you do the conventional method, it's going to take a much more longer than what we did now. Alright, so let us move to understand what is the science behind this magic. So most of you, if you do not understand, don't worry. I'm going to give you the science behind the magic so that you can show the magic to some of your friends, how you can do multiplication of numbers close to 100. So here is the science behind the magic. So I'm going to take another example, which is 88 multiplied by 98. And I'm going to show some pictures showing how the method that we just learned is working. So I'll take a square. The square has the sides 100. This is 100 centimeters, you can imagine. Now, if I multiply 88 with 98, what I am finding is, I am finding the area of the rectangle which is colored in yellow in the first picture. So this area in yellow color is what is the product between 88 and 98, because the side length of the rectangle is 88 and its width is 98, or length is 98 and width is 88, whichever way you can call it. Alright, now I can write 98 as 100 minus 2. So what I will be doing is, I will be first of all finding what is the area of the bigger rectangle over here, which is having this part. Let me just take a color here. So I am adding this area as well. If I add the green area also, then I get 88 multiplied by 100, because 100 is the length of this side. So that is why I get 8800. Now remember that I have added an extra area here. So I should subtract that area. How do I subtract that? I can subtract that because I know this length is 2 and this height is 100. So I will first subtract this particular yellow region in the third figure, which is 200. So from 8800 I will subtract 200. Now what happened when I subtracted 200? I am subtracting an additional area here. This need not be subtracted because I only had taken this initial green area. Now when I subtracted 200, I am additionally subtracting this lower rectangle. So what I will do is, I should find what is the area of this small rectangle down here. I know its width is 2 and its length is nothing but the length here, which is 12. So you have to do 12 multiplied by 2, which is 24. So you have to add that 24 finally to the answer. to get the final answer as 8800 minus 200 plus 24. So 8800 is the original number 88. Minus 200 represents the cross addition. From 88 you are subtracting whatever is there as residual in 98, which is 200. So you will get 8800 minus 200, and 24 is nothing but the product of the residuals. So this is what is called as the product of residuals. Alright, so what is the answer that we got? 8800 minus 200 is 8600. Now 8600 plus 24 you will get as 8624. Now let us draw the boxes once again. What is the number in the box corresponding to 88? So 88 plus 12 is going to give you 100. So I'll put the number 12 here. And it's a negative 12 because it's a less number than 100. And which is the number here? Which number on adding with 98 is going to give 100? It is 2. So I'll put negative 2. Do cross addition. What is 88 plus minus 2? 86. So the answer is having the first two digits as 86. Then do multiplication of residuals. Residuals are 12 and 2. So the answer is 24. This is a one-line method. You can even do this in your mind. Alright, it's so very powerful. So how many of you have understood? If you have understood, write U in the chat box. If you have not understood, you can write or you can give a thumbs down if you have not understood. I'll explain that once again. So I'll just pause here to get some feedback. Students can either write U if they have understood. If you have not understood, kindly give a thumbs down. Okay, thank you, Gaurav. What about others? Others also kindly give feedback. Adityan, Manvita. Yeah, Manvita, I got your feedback. What happened to Robocop? Oh, okay. I can see one thumbs down. Okay, so let me just explain once again. With this explanation on how we can do multiplication of numbers close to 100. So I'll just start explaining once again. So I want to multiply 88 with 98. So I am showing a pictorial representation of the same multiplication. So I am taking a square. This is a square. And the length of the side of the square is 100. Now since I want to multiply 88 with 98, I will measure 88 centimeters on one side, I will measure 98 centimeters on the other side. So this multiplication is going to be the area which is shaded in yellow color. This yellow color is the area that I want to find. So this yellow color area I can find by first finding the total area here. In the second figure, I can find the total area here and then subtract whichever area is more. So if I find the area of the second figure over here, I know one of the lengths is 100 and this side is 88. So the area in the second figure is 8800. So the additional area that I have added here is this much. So I have to subtract this much area, isn't it? But I cannot directly find what is this area. So what I will do is, I will subtract this area, which is total, which is going from 0 to 100 on one side, and which is having a width of 2. So that area is going to be 200. So what I will do is, I'll do 8800 minus 200. Now notice that I only wanted to subtract this small area, but instead of that I have subtracted the total area over here. So what I should do is, I should add back this much area. I should add this much area back to the original area. So how do I find this area? The length here is nothing but 12. And the width here is 2. So the area here is going to be 24. Is that clear? So that is the reason why I add 24. So if I do all this operation, I get the answer as 8624. Now what I am saying is, the same answer can be obtained by applying the 3 steps that we explained here in this slide. What are the 3 steps? You do all from 9s, last from 10. In the second step, do cross addition. In the third step, you do multiplication of residuals. So let us look how we will get here. So I will draw 2 boxes to represent what are the residuals. So residuals are nothing but the numbers that you get after doing all from 9s and last from 10. So all from 9s here in 88 is just the number 1, and last from 10 is 10 minus 8, which is 2. You put a negative sign because this number 88 is less than 100. In 98, if you apply all from 9s, last from 10, you get 9 minus 9, which is 0, and 10 minus 8, which is 2. Put a negative sign because 98 is less than 100. Now next step, you can do cross addition. You add minus 2 to 88, the answer is 86. You do multiplication of whatever numbers are written on the boxes. So 12 multiplied by 2, which is 24. So the answer is going to be 8624. We did not do all these tedious calculations, but still we got the same answer in one line. So this is the power of multiplication using the Vedic method. So hope you have understood this. Alright, if you have not understood it completely also, it is fine. We'll be taking more examples as we go. So we'll proceed here with some more advanced questions. Alright. So now what happens is, one number is less than 100, one number is greater than 100. In that case, what should you do? So let me just take the black color ink so that everybody can see properly. So from our previous understanding, if the number is less than 100, you have to find what number to add to make it 100. So here 98 plus 2 is going to give you 100. So I'll write the answer as 02. Being a number less than 100, I'll put negative sign. Now the number 14 is also very close to the base number 100. But this time it is more than 100. How many times more, or what part of it is more? It is 14 more than 100. So 100 plus 14 is going to give you 114. So you should put a plus sign, plus 14. So on the top you have a negative sign, below you have a plus sign. Now you do cross addition. You can do 98 plus 14, or you can do 114 minus 2. 114 minus 2 is easier, so the answer is 112. You can also do 98 plus 14. You will get the answer as 112. Now you multiply the residuals. 2 multiplied by 14 is 28. But remember, one of the signs is plus and the other sign is minus. So you will get a bar number. So what is the bar number? 28. So you have to put 2 bar and 8 bar. So whenever there is a bar number, what should you do? You should expand this and write it as 1 1. Whenever you have a bar number, you do all from 9s and last from 10. How do I do that? 9 minus 2. Sorry, you have to do first subtraction by 1 to this last number, which is 1. And then you do all from 9s, last from 10. 9 minus 2 is 7. 10 minus 8 is 2. So the answer is going to be 1172. If this is not clear, what you can do is, whenever you have a bar number, you write 112. Wherever the bar number appears, put zeros and you subtract this bar number, which is minus 20 minus 8. So this is 11,200 minus 20, which is 11,180. 11,180 minus 8 is same answer as 11172. All right. Yeah, so Manvita is asking, are we going to learn how to multiply by 10, 20, 30, 40, etc.? Yes, the next topic that I'm going to take is that. So let's complete this and then we'll go to those topics. So this is an exercise for all of you. Maybe I'll help with what numbers come here. So I'll be going a little bit fast. Plus 2 here, minus 11 here. So what is the answer to the cross addition? You have to do like this. 89 plus 2 or 1102 minus 11. So both are going to give the answer as 91. Next step, you have to do multiplication of residuals, which is 2 multiplied by 11, which is 22, with a bar number on top. So you have to do 9100 minus 22. The simplest way to find the answer to this, which I will write maybe here, is 9078. So this is going to be the answer. Is this clear to all of you? Only if you understand this properly, we can proceed to learn how to do multiplication with 20, 30, 40 as the base, because this is going to be applied over and over again. Again, if you have not understood, kindly give a thumbs down. If you have understood, give a thumbs up. I'll just wait for around 10 to 20 seconds. No response. Most of the students don't care, it seems. So kindly give your feedback quickly. Manvita, Ritvik, Kalki, Adityan. Adityan seems to have understood the previous problem. Have you understood this? Robocop, Gaurav. Are you still there in the chat box? Okay, Manvita says no. Alright, so let me just start explaining this once again. I'll take a third example so that you can relate it easily. Now, the first question that I wanted to ask is 119 greater than 100? Yes or no? You can write Y or N in the chat box. Manvita, is 119 greater than 100? Yes. So 119 is more than 100 by 19. So I will write the number 19 in this blue box. Now what is the number that I should write in the red box? Anybody on the chat box? Really be quick. What is the number in the red box? Maybe last time I was showing the hand symbol. Maybe somebody can understand the hand symbol right now. Yes, it is going to be 0, 1. And there is a negative sign because 99 is less than 100. And there is a plus sign over here. The next step you can do cross addition. Cross addition meaning you can do 119 minus 1 or 99 plus 19. Both are going to give us 118. So this is the first part of your answer, which is 118. The next part to your answer is going to be the product 19 multiplied with minus 1 plus 19 multiplied with minus 1. So it's going to be a negative number. So you will put the bar notation, which is 19, and you will put bar on top of both 1 and 9. Now you have to tell me how I will solve for the bar number. So 118 1 bar 9 bar is same as 11800 minus 19. Okay, so you have to subtract 19 from this number, 11,800. What is the easiest method to do? You do like this. Which is the first non-zero digit here? It is 8. So you subtract 1 from 8. So you will get the number 7. The remaining numbers you will put as same on the left side. In the right side, you take all from 9s and last from 10 of 19. What is all from 9s of the number 19? 9 minus 1, which is 8. Last from 10 is going to be 10 minus 9, which is 1. So the answer to this problem is 11781. Alright, so I'm going to give you further exercise problems so you will learn as we practice. So to give Manvita some happiness, I'm going to teach next how to do multiplication of smaller numbers like 20, 30, 40, etc. as bases. So I'll just skip these for the time being and let me just go to this. I'm going to help Alice also to grow larger. So I have a small puzzle to help Alice grow larger. So Alice has got this mushroom. One side of the mushroom, if she bites, she'll grow taller. The other side, if she bites, she'll grow shorter. Now if you answer this, she will understand how much of each mushroom should she eat. So the first puzzle over here is that you have to fill in the last digit of the number. So it's a 2-digit number. The first digit is 7. Second digit is missing. You have to tell Alice what is the second digit by looking at this clue. So the clue is saying the second digit should be such that the number should be divisible by 5 but not by 10. So what is that digit I should put here so that the number is divisible by 5 but it is not divisible by 10. Okay, let me just give some hints for you. If I put the number 0 here, the digit 0, the number is 70. 70 is divisible by 5. You know the rule. Any number that ends in 0 should be divisible by 5. It's also divisible by 10. So which means I do not satisfy this property. Alright. So what is the number that should come here? So I can see somebody had written it as 5. Yes, the answer is 5. Why? Because if the number has to be divisible by 5, it should be either 0 or 5. It cannot be any other number. It cannot be 4, it cannot be 3, it cannot be 8, it cannot be 9. Only 5 or numbers that are ending in 5 or 0 is divisible by 5 or is divisible by 5. So that is why we have to put the answer as 75. Now what is the number that is going to come here? So here in the right hand side we have this hint that is given in green color. I will allow you to guess the answer. I'll give you exactly 15 seconds. So here the number has to be divisible by 3, but it should not be divisible by 9. Okay, Neeraj says it is 3. The last digit should be 3. Anybody has a different answer? Yes, Adityan has a different answer. Adityan says 1. So the number 81. Unfortunately, 81 cannot hold because the number should not be divisible by 9. 81 is divisible by 3, but it is not. It is also divisible by 9. So you should find a number which is not divisible by 9. Yes, Manvita also says it as 3. So is it 3 here? If I write 3 here, I get the number 83. Now, what is the sum of the digits of 83? 8 plus 3 is 11. You might know the property that for divisibility by 3, you need the sum of the digits to be divisible by 3. So is 11 divisible by 3? No. So it cannot be 3, but instead you can write it as 4. If I write 4, 8 plus 4 is 12. That is divisible by 3, but the number 84 cannot be divisible by 9. So the answer should be 84. Now we are going to come back to multiplication between 75 with 84. So let me just change colors. Now we have helped Alice to find the numbers. Now Alice also should find what is the product of the two. What is the area of mushroom she should consume. So 75 multiplied by 84. You can see these are close to 100. 100 minus 25 is 75. 100 minus 16 is 84. But I will have to multiply 25 with 16, which is difficult to do. So in this case, what I will do is, instead of taking 100 as the base, I will take 80 as the base. So instead of taking 100 as the base number, I will have to take the number 80 as the base number. So I know 75 is 80 minus 05. The number 84 is 80 plus 04. So this is what Manvita was asking. What about numbers if they are not close to the base 100? How will we do that multiplication? So here is the one way that you can write. 75 and 84 are both close to the base 80. So I'll write 80 minus 5 and 80 plus 4. Alright. So what is the step that you have to do? You can do a box here. You can write a box here. You do cross addition. Oh, sorry, cross addition with what? Cross addition with the original numbers. I made a little bit confusing here. So you have to do cross addition here like this. Either you can add like this or you can add like this. So what you get is the first two digit is 75 plus 04. 75 plus 04 is 79. And the last two digits is nothing but 5 multiplied by 4, which is 20. Now you should be really careful while you do this. 5 multiplied by 4 is 20. The number is 80. It has only one 0. So there is only space for 1 0. So you put 2 bar and 0 bar here. Now the 79 was obtained with respect to base of 80. So what you have to do is you have to multiply this number with 8. Then only you will get the correct answer. Earlier, the base was 100 and 100 has the leading digit 1. That is the reason why we did not have to multiply. But here the leading digit is 8. So you do 8 multiplied by 79. It's very easy. You can do 8 multiplied by 80 and you can subtract 8. What is 8 multiplied by 80? It is 640. 640. What is 640 minus 8? 632. 632. And then you have a additional carry of 2 bar and 0. 0 bar is same as 0. So 0 bar and 0 are the same. So now you add to this, you will get the answer as 6300. I don't know if this is the correct answer or not. You can verify maybe after the class. So just check or verify whether the answer 6300 is the same. Now I'll give you further examples. This time we are going to play a game. This game is called as bookworm. So I am having a textbook of Vedic Maths. Hope you can see this. So what I am going to do is I am going to pick a page at random and I am going to multiply the page numbers that I see on the two sides. So I have taken this page. So I got 36 and 37. So I am going to multiply the numbers 36 and 37. So after I do this, you will become a little bit more comfortable in doing this multiplication. So what is the base number that I will take here? I can take the base number to be 40. Both numbers 36 and 37 are close to the base 40. So 40 minus 04 is going to be 36. 40 minus 03 is going to be 37. I'll put these into the boxes and I'll do cross addition. Add minus 4 to 37 or minus 3 to 36. The first two digits you will get it as 37 minus 4, which is 33. Or you can do 36 minus 3, which is 33 itself. Now you should remember that to this number 33 I should multiply 4 because my base has been changed to 40. Next step that you have to do is multiplication of residuals, which is 4 multiplied by 3, which is 12. But note that I have only 1 0, so I can put only one digit. So 12 has to be written like this. Now the final answer is going to be 4 multiplied by 33. How do I find this? Do 4 multiplied by 30, which is 120. To that you will add 4 multiplied by 3, which is 12. 120 plus 12 is 132. There is a carry 1 waiting there. You can add that. So the answer is going to be 1332. This is going to be the answer. So have you understood this? If you still have not understood, let me just take one more page out of this book. Maybe I'll give you another example. Okay, so I got the numbers as 16 and 17. So now this time you have to tell me what is 16 multiplied by 17 just using this method. This will be our last problem for today before we end because we have only limited time. Yeah, I'll give you exactly around 1 minute to solve this and we can discuss the solution. Do not use a calculator. You can solve it using the traditional way also, and we'll see how we are going to solve it otherwise. Yeah, Adityan, Neeraj, Manvita and others, kindly start posting your answers once you get it. Somebody who is having the fastest fingers can try to give the answers. Yes, Adityan comes with the first answer. Let's check whether that's correct or not. So let me just change the colors here. So 16 I can write it as 10 plus 6. 17 I can write it as 10 plus 7. Now I can do cross addition. So what is cross addition here mean? I can do 17 plus 6 or 16 plus 7, which is 23. And then I have to do multiplication, which is 6 multiplied by 7. Everybody might recall what is 6 multiplied by 7. It is 42, if you know the multiplication table. So 42 has to be written like this. Why? Because only one 0 is there in the base number, so only one digit is allowed. So the other digit has to be carry, so the answer has to be 272. Yeah. Yeah, so Neeraj also get the same answer. Yeah, Manvita says it's okay, but why you take 1 as carry for 12 in 36? Okay, so I think Manvita is asking why is this 1 taken as carry? Okay, it is because the number 40 is the base. 40 is the base, meaning only one 0 is there. So whenever one 0 is there, this number that you write should only have one place. That is why this 1 is carried to the next place. So if you remember, initially we learned about multiplication close to 100. 100 has two zeros. So whenever you are doing 98 multiplied by 99, here the residuals are minus 0,1 and minus 0,2. So if you multiply the 2, you are getting the answer as 2. But instead of writing the answer as 2, you should write it as 0,2 because there are two zeros. So you should write it as 0,2. In this case, you just have a single 0, which means you can only accommodate one digit. The other digits has to be carried to the next places. So hope that was clear to you. So let me just quickly go back to this slide and tell you all that, or remind you all that there is project 2 which is pending. You can submit that till Saturday before the class. There are 3 problems in the project. So first 2 problems are compulsory, and the third problem is a creative exercise. You can write it in a piece of paper, or you can maybe write it in the slides only and then make it a PDF and submit in the Google form. So the link to the Google form will be appearing in the description, or I can even show it here. So this is the link to the Google form. You can either copy this down, or you can see that Google form being mentioned in the description box of this particular video. Is that fine? So I think we had a beautiful adventure today with Alice. Let us come back to more in the next class, which is Saturday, which is going to be the 6th session and the last session of part 2. And we are going to complete this adventure with numbers by learning what is called as Chisenbo. So that's a nice way of doing calculations using abacus as our hands. Everybody knows abacus, right? So it's a calculator that was used in ancient times. Next class, we are going to learn about a very beautiful method of using fingers as your calculator. So all of you are, once again, I thank all of you for coming for today's session. Meet you all on Saturday. Thank you and namaste.